Well, friends, good afternoon. Previous class, we had learned how to compute cost of debt, right? And I had told you to go through the examples of your study material. In case you find any difficulty, please let me know. Formula, etc. I had already told you how to compute cost of debt. If at all you have any queries, then please tell me. Otherwise, we'll proceed further. Rosalie has no query. Meghna, do you have any query?
No, sir.
Okay, so we'll proceed further. So I am sharing with you the relevant screen. Are you seeing this screen? Cost of debt.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes,
Let us just wait. Rosalie, are you seeing this screen?
yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
okay, fine. So this is what I had already told you. Cost of debt, we need to know whether it is redeemable debt or irredeemable debt. Likewise, different formulas are there. Okay, some questions we had solved in our previous class.
Yes,
Okay, I think you have understood these questions. There is no query as such on these questions. Okay, and I had told you one shortcut formula, which is a formula normally used in a study material to compute cost of debt. This is that formula. Interest per annum
yes, sir.
plus all other costs per annum divided by average fund deployed.
Average.
Right. So interest per annum plus redemption price minus issue price divided by the life of the debt instrument divided by average fund deployed means opening fund plus closing fund divided by 2. That is redemption price
Two.
plus issue price divided by 2.
Yes, sir.
By doing this, we'll arrive a particular figure which will be roughly, can say this is the approximate cost of debt. And in our study material, this has been called as the study cost of debt. But if you want to know the exact accurate figure, then you can take it as a guess rate, then compute IRR the way we have done in our previous class, right? On that basis, we have computed. It is close to that. It is 16.51% is the IRR. Like that, we have computed. Okay. Acha. I think one more question. This question also has been solved in the previous class.
No, sir. It was
This
No,
not
was
sir.
so.
this was not solved, so we'll be solving this question right now. Okay, just some of you please read this question. I'll be helping you to solve this question. Easy question.
A
Please.
company issued 10,000 10% bond of rupees 100 each on April 1st, 2013 to be matured on 1st April 2018. The market price of the bond is rupees 80. Compute the cost of debt, assuming that the tax rate is 30%.
That means since this tax rate is given, so we have
Yes,
to assume that it is asking what post-tax cost of debt we need to compute, right? So 10,000, 10% bond of 10,000. That means 10,000 is the number. 10,000 number
yes,
of
sir.
10% bond of 100 each was issued on 1/4/2014 to be matured on 1/4/2018. Okay, so that is the life.
Yes, sir.
That is how much, how many years is the life?
It is 5 year.
5 years life. Market price of the bond is 80. That means right now price is 80. But what will the maturity value?
100.
Maturity value will be 100. And interest will be how much?
It's 10%.
10% on which value?
Interest.
On which value 10%?
Face value.
Face value.
100
Good,
rupees.
good, good. So if this much of understanding is there, then it will be very easy for us to solve the question. Question will be very easy. So if we apply this formula, this is the formula I think you can see. Read this formula.
In interest per annum plus average other cost per annum divided by average cost deployed.
Okay. Okay. This is what we can do. Okay. So
Yes,
there
sir.
are two ways
Yes, sir.
what we can do. We can calculate pre-tax cost of debt, then we can calculate post-tax cost of debt. Otherwise, we can do one thing. This interest amount, right? Whatever interest we are paying, we will be getting some
Yes,
tax
sir.
benefit.
Yes, sir.
Is it not? Suppose you
Yes, sir.
see per bond, bond value is how much? 100 rupees. Okay.
Yes, sir.
And every bond, how
Yes,
much
sir.
interest I have to pay? 10 rupees.
10
10 rupees.
rupees.
Okay. 10 rupees I will be
Yes,
paying.
sir.
10 rupees I will be paying interest means my profit will be reduced by 10 rupees.
Yes, sir.
Is it not? How much tax I will
Yes,
be saving? How much tax I will be saving? Tax में कितनी बचत होगी? 30% of 10 rupees.
सर समझ में नहीं आ रहा है.
ठीक है, देखो मेरा प्रॉफिट 10 रुपया लेस होगा.
Yes, sir.
ठीक है, if my profit is getting reduced, so I will be paying less tax. Tax rate is
Yes, sir.
30%. Tax rate is 30%. So मेरा प्रॉफिट अगर
Yes, sir.
10 रुपया कम हो रहा है, मेरा 10 रुपये का 30% टैक्स भी तो कम होगा.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
तो 3 रुपया कम
Yes, sir.
होगा. Is it not? So effectively my interest cost is 7 rupees क्योंकि मैं 10 रुपया दे रहा हूँ, but I am saving tax of 5 rupees, saving tax of 3 rupees. So effectively I am paying
Yes, sir.
7 rupees. Okay. So how
Yes,
we
sir.
can do here in interest per annum, I can say what is the interest 10 into 1 minus tax rate. That means 10 into 0.7 हम कर सकते हैं. इस हाथ 7 rupees. Plus what is the average other cost? Other cost is I am issuing this bond at a discount. Is it not?
Yes, yes,
So
sir.
my redemption price is 100, issue price is 80. So discount of 20. But discount of
Yes,
20 has to be written off over the life of the bond.
yes, sir.
So if I say the life of the bond is 5 years. So per year cost will be 20 by 5. 100 minus 80 divided by 5. And whole divided by what is the average bond I am using? 80 plus 20 divided by 2. If you solve this, you'll be getting 12.22%.
Okay, sir.
Okay. If you don't want
Yes,
to
sir.
take like this, the way I have done, suppose आप यहाँ पूरा फिगर लेंगे 10 रुपया. ठीक है. ओके.
Yes, sir.
अगर आप
Yes,
10
sir.
रुपया लेंगे तब भी चलेगा. बट व्हाट विल बी कॉल्ड कंप्यूटिंग दैट इज प्री टैक्स कॉस्ट ऑफ डेट. Is it not?
Okay, sir.
That has to be converted into post tax cost of debt. That is the issue. Okay. Now that is cost of debt part is to some extent we have understood.
सर जो प्री टैक्स आया उसको फिर मतलब पोस्ट टैक्स निकालने के लिए 1 माइनस प्री टैक्स रेट इंटू 1 माइनस टैक्स रेट वही वाला फॉर्मूला अप्लाई कर कर
वही वाला
पोस्ट टैक्स
फॉर्मूला
रेट.
अगर अप्लाई आप करेंगे तो वो करेक्ट आंसर नहीं निकलेगा. आप सोचो क्यों करेक्ट आंसर नहीं निकलेगा. इसलिए नहीं निकलेगा. You see, this bond has got two kinds of cost. One is interest, other one is
Yes,
discount.
sir. Yes, sir.
ठीक है.
Yes, sir.
ठीक है. अगर डिस्काउंट
Yes.
कॉस्ट इज टैक्स डिडक्टेबल अगर होगा तो जो निकलेगा वो सही है. और डिस्काउंट कॉस्ट, डिस्काउंट ऑन बॉन्ड इफ इट इज नॉट टैक्स डिडक्टेबल, इफ इट इज अ कैपिटल एक्सपेंडिचर, तो आंसर गलत है. तो अगर हम उसको करेंगे तो मेरे हिसाब से जो आंसर निकलेगा वो सही होगा. डिस्काउंट विल बी कंसीडरिंग डिस्काउंट एज अ टैक्स डिडक्टेबल एक्सपेंडिचर. ठीक है.
Yes, sir.
ठीक है. लेकिन अगर डिस्काउंट टैक्स डिडक्टेबल नहीं है, टैक्स के लिए अगर डिस्काउंट इज नॉट एन एक्सपेंडिचर बट डिस्काउंट इज ए कॉस्ट, तो वो आंसर गलत होगा. तो इसीलिए हम क्या कर रहे हैं, यही एडजस्ट कर रहे हैं, इंटरेस्ट में एडजस्ट कर रहे हैं टैक्स रेट. ठीक है. इंटरेस्ट
Yes,
इनटू
sir.
1 माइनस टैक्स रेट कंप्यूट करके इंटरेस्ट को हम पोस्ट टैक्स इंटरेस्ट हम कैलकुलेट कर रहे हैं, बाकी खर्चा को हम आज इट इज ले रहे हैं.
Okay, sir.
समझ में आया. सो दिस इज अगेन ए फंडामेंटल क्वेश्चन. इसे टोटल कर सकते थे, वो भी हो सकता था, लेकिन उसमें एक डाउट है कि ये जो डिस्काउंट दे रहे हैं वो टैक्स डिडक्टेबल है या नहीं. ये फैक्टर्स क्वेश्चन में क्लियरली नहीं है, सो इसीलिए हम इसको इधर एडजस्ट कर. ओके.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay. Now here related to this cost of debt or cost of bond or cost of debenture, we need to understand one more concept, that is value of bond. What is the value of the bond? Right. Value of the bond, how to come to it? We have to find out what is the cash flow associated with the bond. Right. Suppose, let us say you are investing in a bond at a particular price. Price you know, but the value is not price. Value is something different. What is value of the bond? Value of the bond, if we briefly talk about, it is the present value of all cash flows associated with the bond. फ्यूचर में बॉन्ड की रीजन से आपको क्या क्या कैश फ्लो मिलने वाला है, उसका अगर प्रेजेंट वैल्यू निकालेंगे, दैट विल बिकम द वैल्यू ऑफ द बॉन्ड.
Okay,
ओके,
sir. Yes, sir.
ठीक है.
Yes, sir.
Okay, that concept, just value of the bond, we are not going to do any question here, but just I gave you an idea. Right, so there is a question in a study material also, very simple question. I think you must have seen this question. Can you read this question? We'll be just discussing. You must have seen this question. I wanted you to solve this question. This is a study material
If
question. Yeah, please read it.
a firm issues a debenture worth of rupees 1 lakh and realizes rupees 98,000 after allowing 2% commission to brokers. They carry an interest rate of 10% and are due for maturity at the end of 10th year. Company has tax rate 40%.
Okay, so 40% is the tax rate. What is the coupon rate or interest rate?
Is 10%.
10%. 10%. Okay. What is the market price?
98,000.
98,000. Okay. What is the face value?
1 lakh.
1 lakh. Okay. Why it is 98,000? Because there is a 2% commission. Okay. We have to compute the cost of debt. This question is there in a study material. I wanted you to go through. So if I summarize the answer, just quickly go through it. Redeemable value will be 1 lakh, because when we are redeeming, we have to pay 1 lakh rupees. Is it not?
Yes, sir.
But in some question,
Yes.
if the question specify that it will be redeemed at premium, then thing will be different. Is it not? That possibility is also there. If it is redeemable
Yes,
at
sir.
premium, suppose it is redeemable at 10% premium, then instead of 1 lakh, for how much you have to take?
1 lakh 10,000.
1 lakh 10,000. Share value or the market price is 98,000. Annual interest will be paid on the face value. So 10% of 1 lakh is 10,000. So what is the cost of debt? Same formula will apply. This is annual interest plus other cost. What is the other cost? 1 lakh divided by 98 lakh. Right? 2 lakh is
Yes,
the
sir.
commission divided by life by 10 years. Whole divided
10
by
years.
average fund deployed. That is 1 lakh plus 98,000 divided by 2. Okay. It comes to
Yes.
10.3%. 10.3%. Okay. If you want to calculate after tax cost, then what will do? This into 1 minus tax rate.
Sir, this 6.1 is correct answer.
6.18 is correct answer, but here assumption is discounts are also tax deductible. Okay, here we are assuming the discounts are tax deductible. If discounts are not tax deductible, then हम जैसे previous question किए थे, we'll adjust tax only with interest, because A है tax deductible, A tax deductible नहीं है. अगर टैक्स डिडक्टेबल नहीं है, टोटल अमाउंट में 1 माइनस टैक्स रेट मल्टीप्लाई करने से गलत आंसर निकलेगा. सो इंटरेस्ट में हम ऐड करेंगे, बाकी इसमें ऐड नहीं करेंगे. वो अजम्पशन मैंने पहले लिया था, ये अजम्पशन में डायरेक्टली हम से करेंगे.
सर अगर कुछ भी नहीं क्वेश्चन
कुछ
में
भी नहीं
होगा तो
दिया तो यू गो फॉर द सिंपल मेथड. आपको मैं थोड़ा
दिस.
जानबूझकर कॉम्प्लेक्स पहले करवाए.
ओके सर.
इफ नथिंग इज देयर देन यू गो फॉर दिस मेथड.
ओके सर.
ओके, बट यू नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड द
यस.
कॉन्सेप्ट. अगर डिफरेंट आंसर आ रहा है तो क्यों आ रहा है.
यस सर.
ठीक है. अगर आपका 4
यस
ऑप्शन
सर.
में आपका जो करेक्ट आंसर आ रहा है वो करेक्ट आंसर नहीं है, तो आपको सोचना पड़ेगा मे बी क्वेश्चन और कुछ बोल रहा है. ठीक है.
ओके सर.
तो
यस
देन
सर.
यू ट्राई द अदर वे कि ये तो नहीं है, देन यू ट्राई. तो 4 ऑप्शन में हमें कोई भी करेक्ट नहीं मिल रहा है, तो आप दूसरा सोच सकते हो, ये भी हो सकता है. ठीक है.
यस सर.
ओके. There was one more question. I think you must have gone through it, but directly we cannot solve it without using financial calculator. This particular question. मैं सिर्फ आपको concept समझा देता हूँ एग्जाम्पल का, आप इसको समझ लीजिए. Okay, but by using a normal calculator and table, it will be difficult. It will be possible. We will be able to do it, but it will take a lot of time to do it. Now, please read this question. Some of you, please read this. X
X Limited issues its bond at par at rupees 1000 per bond. This bond will mature after 20 years at par and bear a coupon rate of 10%. Coupon are annual, and the bond will sell for par, but flotation cost amount is rupees 50 rupees per bond. What is the pre-tax and after tax cost of debt for accelerated?
Okay, so very simple question. Only thing is that if this is the question, so what is the flotation cost you need to understand?
Okay, sir.
What is flotation cost?
Cost incur for
Cost incurred
Uh,
or
the cost incur for issue of bond.
per issue of the bond. So that is also an expenditure. So initially, that means you have to understand that it is issued as 1,000 rupees, is it not? But there
Yes,
will be
sir.
cost of 50 rupees. That means how much actually the person is getting.
sorry, sir.
Bonds are issued at par, that is 1,000 rupees.
Yes, sir.
But there is a flotation cost of 50 rupees.
50 rupees.
So
Yes, sir.
practically, how much money the person is getting, how much money company is getting, how much money exchange?
950.
950.
950. That is the only catch in the question. You have to understand that company is getting 950 and it will be paying interest at
Uh,
10% on 1,000 rupees.
yes, sir.
Okay, and when calculating average fund deployed, we have to understand that it is 950 plus 1,000 divided by 2.
Sir, but it's the tax rate is not given here.
Huh, tax rate is not given here. Okay.
How we will calculate that pre-tax and
Then you
post-tax?
cannot calculate. You can calculate only one rate. If tax rate is not given, you cannot calculate pre-tax and post-tax. So you may assume tax rate is 30% or 40%. You may assume and solve the question.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
If
sir.
question has not tax rate is not given, you cannot practically you cannot compute. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. What the question? How the question has been solved? Let me explain you the solution. Because I feel student may feel it difficult to understand this solution, but still I'll be explaining. But you know how to solve it. What is your plan? How you'll be able to do it? The same way that we have done, you can arrive at the pre-tax cost of debt.
Yes.
Since tax rates are not given, you will not be able to compute post-tax cost of
Post-tax cost.
debt. Right. Okay.
Yes, sir.
What we can do? How this study material has solved it? So present realization is 950. Right.
Yes, sir.
Interest is 100. That's also right. Maturity value is 1,000 rupees. All of us we know this,
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
is it not? Okay.
Yes.
Now in the material it is assumed pre-tax cost is this much KD. Okay. In our example we take KD means post-tax cost. K small d means right. So question has assumed the present value of realization of bond. What is the present value? Present value is the present value of all future cash flows. Is it? At
Yes, sir.
present value, market value is 950. So 950 is what? 950 is present value of interest plus 20 years plus present value of redemption value.
Sir, ଆଉ ଥରେ ଟିକେ କହିବେ.
What is
Hello.
present value of a bond?
Yes, sir.
Present value means future interest का present value
Yes,
plus
sir.
फ्यूचर मैच्योरिटी वैल्यू का प्रेजेंट वैल्यू, वही दो तो है कैश फ्लो.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
ठीक है.
sir.
और अभी अगर मेरे को 950 रुपीज मिल रहा है, दैट मीन्स 950 इज इक्वल टू प्रेजेंट वैल्यू ऑफ all the interest I am going to receive plus present value of redemption money that I am going to receive. ठीक है.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Sir,
So,
but redemption तो generally face value रही हुए ना 1000.
हाँ रिडेम्पशन फेस वैल्यू में हुई. सो रिडेम्पशन इज व्हाट 1,000 रुपीज. मैं वही बोल रहा
Yes, sir.
हूँ, वही बोल
Sir,
रहा
वहाँ
हूँ.
पे तो
तो इंटरेस्ट कितनी है
present value.
100 रुपीज. तो 100 रुपीज आप
Yes, sir.
20 ईयर्स रिसीव करेंगे. So present value of how much? 20, present value of 100 rupees for 20 years plus present value of 1000 rupees after 20 years.
सर बट इसमें 950 दिया हुआ है.
हाँ 950 दिया हुआ है, मतलब 950 इज इक्वल टू, अच्छा ये जो आप देख रहे हो स्लाइड में ये तो एक गलत है, मतलब प्रिंटिंग मिस्टेक है, ठीक है, वो एक्चुअली
बुक में
होना नहीं चाहिए. ओके, ये एक्चुअली इट्स a typing error, you can say. Yeah, now you'll be able to understand. 950, that means 950 is the current value,
Yes, sir.
right? Are you getting? So 950, what
Yes,
is 950? 950 is equal to present value of 100 for 20 years plus present value of 1000 which is receivable after 20 years.
यस सर.
I think you'll be able to understand.
यस सर.
ठीक है,
yes, sir.
बट इसका प्रेजेंट वैल्यू कैसे निकालेंगे? ये है annuity. So present value annuity factor for 20 at certain percent,
यस.
let us say X percent,
यस
plus 1000 rupees present value annuity factor for 20 years at X percent. Then we have to solve the equation. By solve the equation, we can find out what is this present value factor. But since here it is annuity factor, here is a normal factor, we cannot solve it by using a single equation. So we need a financial calculator to use it. So your study material says using a financial calculator we have arrived this thing. So directly you will not be able to solve this question. Understood why I am saying you will not be able to solve the question? Had it been present value
Yes.
here, present value here, you could have solved it. But you won't be able to solve it unless you use financial calculator. So study material says by using financial calculator we have solved KD is 7%. Okay, my purpose was to explain you that whether you understand, you need to understand that the market value is the present value of interest receivable plus maturity value. Have you understood this?
यस
Yes,
सर.
sir.
Okay.
सर
अब
अगर एग्जाम में आए तो कैसे कैलकुलेट
एग्जाम में आ
करेंगे?
ही नहीं सकता है क्वेश्चन, एग्जाम में अगर आएगा मल्टीपल चॉइस क्वेश्चन के लिए आप सॉल्व कर सकते हैं. कैसे सॉल्व कर सकते हैं? 100 लेंगे 20 इयर्स का, ठीक है.
यस सर.
प्रेजेंट वैल्यू एनुटी, प्रेजेंट वैल्यू फैक्टर फॉर ईयर 1, प्रेजेंट वैल्यू एनुटी फैक्टर फॉर ईयर 2, प्रेजेंट वैल्यू एनुटी फॉर ईयर 3, ऐसे 20 तो फैक्टर लेंगे, ठीक है. फिर यहाँ भी प्रेजेंट वैल्यू एनुटी फैक्टर होगा, तो इसको सारी सॉल्व करके वो जो एक्स का कैलकुलेशन निकाल, जो निकलेगा उसको फिर 20 इयर्स का टेबल में आप मैच करके देखेंगे कि कितनी परसेंटेज में वो मैच हो रहा है. वही होगा आपका प्रेजेंट वैल्यू फैक्टर, वही होगा आपका कॉस्ट ऑफ डेट, which is a difficult exercise, very long exercise. So for a multiple choice type question, you will not be able to solve it.
ओके.
ठीक है?
यस सर.
Yes.
Okay, but up to this you need to understand. This is okay. Fundamentally you need to understand up to this. बाकी जो calculation में कैसे आया 10.6%, so that is not possible unless you use financial calculators. Okay, let us move ahead. Now with this cost of debt part is over. Still, I request you solve all the questions of your study material, and then we are right now we are going to move to this concept cost of equity. And so far as equity shares are concerned, I had already explained you what is this. The cost of equity is the expectations of the shareholders. That means whatever money the shareholder is expecting, that is the cost for the company, right? Suppose you are a shareholder. Suppose you are expecting 20% return, right? Then what will be the cost of equity for the company?
20%.
Same 20%. So shareholders expectation is the cost for the company. Okay, that is first thing we have to remember. Second thing we have to remember one more thing. Here in equity, there is no concept of post-tax, pre-tax concept. Okay, because equity are not tax deductible. There is only one cost, that is cost of equity. Okay, there is no pre-tax cost, there is no post-tax cost. Okay, this concept also we need to know. One more concept also we need to know, that now you tell me this thing, cost of equity or cost of debt, which one is higher normally?
Cost of
Cost of
equity.
equity.
Cost of equity is always higher. Okay, these concepts we need to understand. Okay, now sometimes questions may be asked, why cost of equity is higher? cost of equity is higher, you need to understand primarily two reasons are there behind it. Okay. Can you tell me any reason?
Risk element.
First one?
Risk.
First one is risk. Okay, right. Risk. Why it is risky? Because equity shareholders, the people who are investing money, there is no guarantee that they will be receiving something.
Yes,
Right?
sir.
If business goes on well, then they will be receiving dividend. If business fails, then they are also owners, no? So they have to participate in the failure. ओके
Yes,
डेप्ट
sir.
में वो रिस्क नहीं है डेप्ट में आपका बिजनेस चले और ना चले यू आर assured of your interest so therefore equity shareholder is taking more risk therefore he expects more return number one second reason is that debt is less costly because debt has got this tax advantages tax shield is it not whatever money we are
Yes, sir.
paying by interest that is tax deductible is it not
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
but in dividends are not tax deductible. So that is one
Yes,
more
sir.
reason. So two reasons you can say. First reason is that you can see what is the reason. What in the screen what you are seeing
Risk
Risk.
element.
risk element. That is one reason. And second reason
Tax
Yes,
shield.
sir.
tax. So these are the primary two reasons because of which cost of equity is more than cost of debt. Okay. So these there are questions in the past that what is the reason. There will be several reasons you have to choose. इसमें कोई भी reason एक हो सकता है. ठीक है. अब दोनों नहीं है तो अलग बात है. लेकिन कोई भी एक reason होगा you have to choose. So this is how a equity certificate looks like. So just I wanted to show you companies issue equity shares just like I had shown you the bond. This is how equity shares are issued. Just have a look. Acha. Now these are the features of cost of equity. Please read one by one. Features of
Dividends are not predetermined.
okay. Now first
No,
let us
no.
understand. In case of bond, what we have seen, interests are predetermined.
Yes,
Is it
sir.
not?
Yes, sir.
Is it not? So इशू करने के टाइम में आपको पता था कि या 10% इंटरेस्ट देंगे क्या 8% देंगे कि 20% देंगे यू आर नोइंग इट और नॉट
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
आपको पता था इंटरेस्ट वाज प्रीडिटरमाइंड बट व्हाट वी आर सीइंग इन केस ऑफ इक्विटी डिविडेंड्स आर नॉट प्रीडिटरमाइंड डिविडेंड डिपेंड्स अपॉन द प्रॉफिट प्रॉफिट ज्यादा होगा तो ज्यादा डिविडेंड मिलेगा प्रॉफिट कम होगा तो कम डिविडेंड
Yes, sir.
नहीं सो कोई नहीं कह सकता कितनी डिविडेंड मिलेगा ठीक है
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
ओके सेकंड पॉइंट प्लीज रीड
No repayment of principal.
अच्छा आपने डेप्ट में क्या देखा एक पीरियड के बाद जब रिडेम्पशन होता है प्रिंसिपल रिपे करना पड़ता है
Yes, sir.
क्या इक्विटी में प्रिंसिपल रिपे करना पड़ेगा
No, sir.
नहीं इक्विटी में कोई प्रिंसिपल रिपेमेंट तो नहीं है सो वट एवर मनी द कंपनी हैज रिसीव्ड इट इज परमानेंट इज इट नॉट
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
ओके नाउ थर्ड पॉइंट
Div- Dividend is not tax deductible.
सो ये आपको अभी समझाया कि डिविडेंड्स में कोई टैक्स
Yes.
बेनिफिट नहीं जैसे
Yes, sir.
इंटरेस्ट इज एन एक्सपेंडिचर इट इज डिडक्टेबल फॉर द पर्पस ऑफ टैक्स so dividend will reduce so interest will reduce profit consequently it will give you a tax shield or tax benefit but interest but dividend is not going to reduce profit dividend is not an expenditure it is paid to the owners as a reward it is not paid outsiders as an expenditure
Yes, sir.
so this being so
Yes, sir.
dividends are not tax deductible okay
Yes, sir.
fourth
Dividend payment is given less priority to interest payment.
what does it mean इसका मतलब क्या है
फर्स्ट प्रायोरिटी इंटरेस्ट पेमेंट को दिया जाता है
हाँ
उसके बाद
पहले
डिविडेंड
इंटरेस्ट दिया
पेमेंट
जाएगा उसके बाद अगर प्रॉफिट बचता देन dividend will be paid. Okay. Okay. So these
सर
are the
प्रेफरेंस डिविडेंड फॉर प्रेफरेंस है वो डेट में आएगा
पहले इंटरेस्ट जाएगा उसके बाद आएगा प्रेफरेंस डिविडेंड उसके बाद आएगा इक्विटी डिविडेंड
ओके सर
ठीक है इंटरेस्ट के बाद प्रेफरेंस preference shareholders has got a preference over equity shareholders, but not our bond holders or not our debenture holders. Debenture holders has got priority over preference as well as equity.
सर मैं पूछ रही हूँ कि जो प्रेफरेंस कॉस्ट ऑफ प्रेफरेंस शेयर कैपिटल वो कॉस्ट ऑफ डेब्ट या कॉस्ट ऑफ इक्विटी के अंडर आएगा?
वो आपको बताऊंगा. It's a mixture. It's a mixture of debt and equity. ठीक है? Okay. So ये आपको इक्विटी होने के बाद आप पढ़ेंगे how to compute cost of preference share, how to compute cost of reserves, all these things we will be learning. But right now, since you have asked, you need to know it is a mixture. Okay, it behaves like a debt and sometimes it also behaves like an equity. So कैसे ट्रीटमेंट करेंगे at that time हम समझ लेंगे. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
ठीक
sir.
है? ठीक है. अभी थोड़ी देर अब वेट कीजिए. इक्विटी खत्म होने के बाद प्रेफरेंस पढ़ेंगे. अच्छा. So now coming to cost of equity, if you want to cost of equity, there are various models are there. One of the very popular model is we call it as the dividend capitalization model. Here, this particular model says that cost is related to future dividends, only future dividends, not any other thing. Okay. According to this particular theory or this particular concept, P0 means what?
Present value.
Present value of equity shares as of today. Okay, value of the equity share as of today is the present value of future dividends. जो फ्यूचर में डिविडेंड मिलेगा, सपोज फर्स्ट ईयर में मिलेगा, सेकंड ईयर में मिलेगा, थर्ड ईयर में मिलेगा, फोर्थ ईयर में मिलेगा, सेवेंथ ईयर में मिलेगा, 10th ईयर में मिलेगा, जितने भी लाइफ है इक्विटी का, जब तक जितनी भी मिल जाएगा, उसका जो प्रेजेंट वैल्यू है, दैट इज द प्राइस ऑफ इक्विटी शेयर्स टुडे और दैट इज द वैल्यू ऑफ इक्विटी शेयर्स आज. ठीक है? ओके.
सर इसमें प्रेजेंट वैल्यू ऑफ फ्यूचर इक्विटी शेयर इंक्लूडेड है नहीं
हाँ,
होगा?
वो जो क्वेश्चन शायद मैं आपको पहले एक बार समझाया था, मैं फिर अभी दोबारा समझाता हूँ. ये मॉडल में प्राइस क्यों नहीं है? क्योंकि रिडम्पशन जो फ्यूचर वैल्यू है, नॉर्मली क्या होता है जब हम इन्वेस्ट करते हैं, सपोज यू आर इन्वेस्टिंग, so normally shareholders expects two things. What they expect? Dividend as well as price appreciation. Is it not?
प्राइस एप्रिसिएशन क्या है?
Price appreciation मतलब शेयर का वैल्यू बढ़ेगा. That also you want. No? Shareholders also want that thing. The dividend मिले plus share also gets appreciated. ठीक है? Are you getting?
यस सर.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So normally आप ये बोल सकते हैं कि ये जो प्रेजेंट वैल्यू है, that is the present value of dividend plus price. दोनों होना चाहिए. दोनों क्यों नहीं है? क्यों नहीं है? आपको एक और एक एग्जांपल का दिखा के आपको समझाता. Are you seeing this slide?
Yes, sir.
अच्छा, आप समझो यहाँ स्लाइड में क्या होता है. सपोज टुडे समवन इज इन्वेस्टिंग इन इक्विटी शेयर्स. आज ही सपोज इन्वेस्ट कर रहा है. ठीक है? सो कितनी वो पे करेगा?
P0.
P0.
P0 टुडेज प्राइस. आज जो भी प्राइस है उससे वो खरीदेगा इक्विटी शेयर. ठीक है? ओके.
Yes, sir.
ना सपोज चलो आप ही आज इन्वेस्ट करोगे. आज इन्वेस्ट करोगे. सपोज मार्केट प्राइस है 600 रुपए, आप 600 रुपए में खरीदोगे. और लेट अस से यू आर एक्सपेक्टिंग दैट आप इसको होल्ड करेंगे सिर्फ 1 ईयर. ओके. कब तक होल्ड करेंगे आप?
1 year.
1 year.
1 ईयर. सो 1 ईयर में आपको क्या मिलेगा? एक साल के बाद आप जब बेच देंगे तो आपको क्या मिलेगा? डिविडेंड एक मिलेगा. फर्स्ट ईयर का डिविडेंड.
Yes, sir.
ठीक है? फर्स्ट ईयर का डिविडेंड
Yes, sir.
प्लस आप जितने भी बेचेंगे, सपोज आप 600 में खरीदा था, 6 से 50 में बेचा, वो भी आपको मिलेगा. यस सर नो?
Yes, sir.
ठीक है?
Yes, sir.
सो व्हाट इज P0? आप अगर 600 रुपया दे रहे हो, क्यों दे रहे हो? क्यों आर एक्सपेक्टिंग D1 प्लस P1. एक साल का बाद प्राइस और एक साल के बाद डिविडेंड, ये दोनों आप एक्सपेक्ट कर रहे हो, इसलिए यू आर पेइंग P0.
Yes, sir.
ओके.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Or you can say, what is P0? P0 is the present value of D1 plus P1. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Right. So P0 is the present value of D1 plus P1. यहाँ तक तो आप राजी हो रहे हो?
Yes, sir.
ओके फाइन। ना चलो, लेट अस से someone is enter, आप जब शेयर यहाँ बेच देंगे एक साल का बाद, somebody else will buy.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
suppose Rosalie is selling here, now Meghna will buy, तभी तो आप बेच पाएंगे ना. If someone is selling, someone will buy.
Yes, sir.
Okay, let us say Meghna, you are buying from here. After 1 year, when you buy it at P1, your price is P1, is it not? आप
Yes, sir.
650 में खरीदोगे. आप जब खरीदती हो 650 में, what you are expecting, let us say you also want to invest it for 1 year. So you are expecting dividend at the end of year 2, मतलब आज के हिसाब से सेकेंड ईयर, एंड प्राइस एट द एंड ऑफ ईयर 2. आप आपके हिसाब से सोच रहे हो ओके, एक साल के बाद आपको कितनी डिविडेंड मिलेगा और कितनी प्राइस मिलेगा, इज इट नॉट?
Yes, sir.
That means P1 is the present value of D2 plus P2.
Yes, sir.
Now you see someone who is buying at P2, आप जब बेचेंगे और कोई सपोज खरीद रहे हैं, तो why he is buying? Because he is expecting D3 plus P3,
Yes, sir.
is it not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
D3 plus P3, and the person who is investing at the price P3, he is expecting D4 plus P4.
Yes,
Person
sir.
who is
Yes,
buying
sir.
it at P4, he is expecting P5 plus D5 plus P5,
Leave.
is it not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
That means everybody is expecting future dividend. So I can say, what is P0? P0 is the present value of D1 plus P1.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Or P1, I can cut P1 and write D2 plus P2.
Yes, sir.
I can
Yes, sir.
cut P2, I can write D3 plus P3.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
I
sir.
can cut P3, I can write D4 plus P4.
Yes, sir.
Is it not?
Yes, sir.
Now you can see, I am able to remove the price, and finally I can say that P0 is equal to D1 plus D2 plus D3 plus D4 up to Dn plus Pn, price at n period.
Yes, sir.
But
Yes,
since
sir.
equity is a perpetuity, it will last forever. There is no end period. There is nothing called as price at the end of the period. So this figure will never arise. In between, somebody will sell, somebody will buy, but the future final point will never arise. So therefore, we are saying P0 is equal to present value of D1 plus D2 plus D3 plus D4 plus D5 up to D to the power n.
Yes, sir.
Understood?
Yes, sir.
The same thing
Yes, sir.
what I had explained you has been is written in this particular slide. I will be sending you the slide. If you can read it, you can say this is that. So that means the price today is the present value of D1 plus D2 plus D3 plus D4 up to D to the n plus Pn, but Pn is insignificant because it is at the end of infinity and it may never arise. Therefore, present value is the present value of future dividends. So this is the concept. We call it as the dividend capitalization model. Through this model, by capitalizing only dividend, we'll be able to find out the value of the shares. Okay,
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
understood this concept?
Yes, sir.
ये concept को आप पढ़ लीजिएगा. Now, having understood that, these are the various methods of computing cost of equity. Okay, first is dividend valuation model. ये जो model अभी जो concept आपको समझाया, this is related to that. Under dividend valuation model, there is one possibility of no growth model. So we are expecting there is no growth in dividend or a growth in dividend. This is one more model. The dividend is growing year after year. If there is no growth in dividend, so we will be applying perpetuity formula. Okay,
D1 by
T1 by P0. So this is through this thing we will be able to calculate cost of equity. If it is growth model, if there is growth is constant, so the formula is D1 by P0 plus G. If it is a step up growth, then we'll be adopting some trial and error method to arrive at the cost of equity. Okay. Or one more approach is there, we call it as the earning price approach. So what we do, total earning divided by market price, we find out cost of equity. If growth is there, growth will be added. Similarly, there is a concept called as the realized yield approach. That means out of the earning, how much is realized. What is that realized yield? Is equal to dividend plus price appreciation. This is called as the yield. Suppose we are an investor. What is the benefit we are getting? We are getting dividend plus price appreciation divided by initial price. This is called as cost of equity. And there is another formula that is called as the capital asset pricing model. Okay? And here cost of equity is equal to risk-free rate of return plus beta factor into market return minus risk-free rate of return. I'll be explaining this formula thoroughly, that why it is like this, how this formula has been derived. This formula will understand. Okay, it requires some understanding. All other formulas are quite simple formulas, and this perpetuity formula, etc., we have already discussed in the chapter time value of money. And these two formulas are simple formula, but this is a new formula for you. You will be understanding this thing, and this particular formula will also be useful when we will be learning this chapter, security analysis and portfolio management. In that chapter also, we need cost of equity, we need value of equity, all these things. This formula will be useful at that point of time. Okay, just have a look. These are the kind of thing. If you have any query in this chart, then ask. Just quickly look at this. These are the various models of computing cost of equity. Okay, are you getting it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Should I move now?
Yes,
सर
teacher.
रियलाइज्ड यील्ड अप्रोच में जो y by p plus g वो क्या है?
E by P. आप बोलो earning price approach.
That
ये
is
वाला
not a formula.
this one
No, the y by
realized price
p.
approach. Realized price approach. Okay, this is based on yield. Yield means same thing. How much income has been added, that is yield divided by price. If growth is there, growth will be added. If growth is not there, growth will not be added. Growth will be added everywhere. Where growth is mentioned in the question, growth will be added. Growth is added here, growth is added here also. Okay, and here also growth is added. Okay, and here there is no growth, so growth is zero. So here growth is not added. Everywhere, if question gives growth, that rate will be added.
So price means market price.
Price means market price. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Situation we will see. Situation one, when that means situation one means I am coming here. Dividend valuation model, no growth in dividend. Okay. Dividend growth is not there,
Yes,
so we will be adopting perpetuity formula to calculate growth. To calculate cost of equity. Okay. Okay.
yes, sir.
Okay. If you apply this formula, so perpetuity में हम लोग क्या पढ़े थे? Have you
Its
remembered the
last
present
for
value of perpetuity? How to calculate?
um, present. Hmm.
Present value of perpetuity is what? Perpetuity divided by cost of equity, divided by
Yes,
the
sir.
time value of money. Okay, divided by the rate. Is it done? By using the same formula, here the time value of money or the discount rate is KE. Or if you see, if you cross multiply, so P0 into KE is equal to D1, or P0 is equal to D1 by KE. What is D1? D1 is the perpetuity, it is same every year. KE is the time value of money. By using the same formula, we are calculating cost of equity. Okay, in this case, what happens? Dividend amount is almost constant. It takes the character of a perpetuity. The cost of equity will be therefore how much? KE is equal to D1 by P0. Okay, that is perpetuity by outflow. Or what is perpetuity? Dividend is the perpetuity because dividend is constant every year. What is the outflow?
Yes, sir.
Price at year zero. That is the
Yes,
price.
sir.
Okay, so
Yes, sir.
D1 by P0.
Yes,
Understood?
sir. Yes,
So
sir.
straight away you can calculate. Okay. So d1 by p0, same thing I told. Okay. Now before switching over to next particular next situation, when there is various kinds of growth in dividend, I wanted to do a question. We'll do one thing. This question as well as answer, I'll be sending it to you today. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay. This question as well as answers also I'll be giving you. So your task is that go through the question and go through the answer and try to understand. If you're understanding, fine. If you're not understanding, ask me in the next class. Okay. After that only we'll be starting this next concept, situation 2, constant growth in dividend. Okay, situation 2 will be starting, but
Yes, sir.
before that, I want you to read this. Read this question and try to solve this question. Okay,
Okay, sir.
Yes, sir.
right. So we'll stop here. We'll catch up next class. Up to this slide, I'll be sending it to you. Next class, we'll be starting with situation 2, constant growth.
Yes, sir.
Okay, then.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank
Just,
you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
just a minute. Okay, you don't have any other query?
No, sir.
No, sir.
So that question you see, discussing, after fully discussing, solving that question, we'll be extending our discussion. Okay, then. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir.